Good day, everyone. My name is Joseph C. Tabinas, and I will be your creative writing subject teacher in this academic year 2020 to 2021. So, the first question is, what does creative writing mean? Creative writing is a form of writing where creativity is at the forefront of its purpose through using imagination. So, what I call for the imagination is the visual inputs that you're going to look at a specific object. For example, if you're going to look inside the refrigerator, you're going to see the physical object of, for example, the fruit. So you have the visual input. So we call that as the imagination. And let's go with the creativity. The creativity is you're going to use the basic verb, for example, the what you call this one, the walk, the basic verb walk, and in this creative writing, you're going to make it as a specified verb. So what do I mean for that? So the basic verb walk, for example, if I'm going to specify, I'm going to walk slowly. So I'm going to use the verb mope or M-O-P, mope. So you're going to walk slowly. So that is the uh, specified verb. Okay? And imagination, creativity, and innovation in order to tell a story through strong written visuals with an emotional impact. Okay. So for example, like this picture, black and white. So it it's like a scratch that you're when it comes to creative writing, you're going to make colors for the black and white. Black and white, okay? So it's also the same with the creative writing. You're not going to edit uh, you're you're going to edit written essays, for example, or creative what do you call this one, blogs, for example, but not you cannot edit a blank paper. So that what we call that as the creative writing. So another question is, what's the difference between creative writing and academic writing? Okay, so with this term self-expression versus school requirement, so self-expression means ourselves. So if you have some many experiences or personal point of views, so that could mean the self-expression or the creative writing. For example, you're going to make essays, for example, or blogs, etc. For the school requirement, for example, the okay, in school you will be exposed to these kinds of academic writing. For example, the book reports, research papers, business letters, resumes, and applications. So I'm going to tackle about the academic writing. So to divide the specific meaning, the non-fiction and the fictional writing, for example, the academic writing is focused on only for the facts. Okay, you're not going to write lies about for example, you're going to make resumes for a company. For example, if you're going to apply for a job. So you're not going to say any lies for your resume. So it's all facts. So that is academic writing. And let's go with the difference between creative writing. Creative writing is both fiction and non-fictional writing. What do I mean for that? Okay, so creative writing, for example, the is journalism is non-fictional writing but it could be a fictional writing because of the fictional what they call this one, the feature stories about journalism. You're going to make some creative writing about the story, but it's all about facts. That is journalism and academic writing. Okay, next. Okay, let's go with the poetry. Poetry, the first one is long epical poems. So the long epical poems, it's all about the legendary and historical poems about a certain person. So an this could be both fictional and non-fictional poems. So the second one in the middle is the short lyrical poems, is about the expression of human person or the person itself. So through the lyrics or the term lyrics, okay? So the third one at the right side, the free reverse poems, it's all about, for example, the poems is has a negative meaning if you're going to read from top to bottom, but if you're going to read bottom to top, it's going to be, or it's going to be positive meaning. Okay, next. Let's go with the prose. Okay, we have the fiction and creative non-fiction. Okay, let's go with the fiction. The fiction has, let's go first the short stories. Okay, the short stories are less elaborate story about someone uh, that is opposite in the to the meaning of the novels and novelettes. Novelettes is the short novel, so it's going to be long and complex. What they call this one? Invented. So the meaning fiction is you're going to use the term invented. Okay, the novels and novelettes are invented prose narrative, uh, long and complex as what you call this one, human experience. That is the sequence of the that is related to the sequence of the events. So novels are long, novelettes are a bit long, and short stories, so it's not really elaborated or less elaborate. Next. Let's go with the creative nonfiction. Okay, so we have 8 here, the creative nonfiction. Let's go with the essays. Essays could be formal and informal. You're going to answer a specific idea or question. For example, if you're going to make a formal essay, it's going to be more on facts. But if you're going to explain or to have a informal essay, it's going to be personal. So more on your personal life. You're going to make examples for that. The next one is the literary reportage. So this one is both journalism and connected with journalism and literature. Okay, so this can be a cultural and social reality. Okay, so letters, diaries, journals are this can be informal. All of this. So this could be informal because it is too personal. Okay, let's go with the biographies and autobiographies and memoir. Okay, the memoir and the biographies and the autobiographies have something in common. So this is about personal. Biographies is written is a profile written by someone else, but the autobiographies are the profile that is written by yourself. So the memoir is about personal experience. Okay, for example, you're going to make a book about yourself, about your personal experience. So that is a creative nonfiction about memoir. Okay. The next two is the travelogue or travel essays and blogs. I will connect this one also, the articles or reviews. So this is going to be, for example, the Twitter, the article that you're going to make as your own personal website. You're going to make, you're going to explain, you're going to narrate the experience about your travel, about from a specific place. Blogs, it could be a small or micro or macro text that I will call also the blog or considered as a blog. Articles or reviews, it's all about you're going to support a specific product that you're going to make details. Okay, next. Okay, so that's the end of our discussion, and I will give you the memoir, for example, and after that I will give you the writing exercises after you read the memoir. So don't forget to be passionate, be motivated, and stay curious.